UFC Fight Night, Emmet versus Vallejos is here, and I'm gonna be running through my predictions. And we're gonna start with the early prelim opener of Pierre Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. Um, wow, wow, what a toad. I'm going to go with Pierre Rodriguez by decision. I think Sam Hughes is a tough test for these girls outside of the rankings, but I don't really think she's all that good. I don't think Pierre Rodriguez is very good either. But I think Sam Hughes is a little older now as well. Yeah, Pierre Rodriguez decision. Up next, Su Young Yu versus Elijah Smith. Ooh. Now this is tough because Yu's wrestling is pretty good. Yu's wrestling is pretty good, but Elijah Smith, man, crazy athletic, not the best technically. Oh man. Man. I think I'm gonna go with Elijah Smith. I think he's gonna land the bigger shots on the feet. Yu is good, but he doesn't have that thing that sets him apart from everyone else. So I'm going to go with Elijah Smith by decision, landing the bigger shots. And moving up, Bia Mesquita versus Monse Rendon. What are the odds on this fight, man? No odds. Cool. Bia Mesquita by decision. There's some of these fights on here I haven't done my research on. I won't lie. But Bia Mesquita, that's a cool ass name, and that's what I think is gonna be able to give her the advantage in this bout. Luan Lacerda versus Hector Sosa. I'm gonna go with Hector Sosa. I think he's got big power in his hands, and I think he's gonna be able to get it done against a mid fighter in Luan Lacerda. This guy loses. I feel like he loses to guys who he really shouldn't lose to. Like I don't know. And he's been inactive as well. He fought recently and got a win against who was it? Simon Oliveira. Like okay, right? But I think Hector Sosa is going to be able to get the knockout victory. I'm gonna say first round knockout. First round knockout. Luan Lacerda might land some pitter pat shots on the feet, but it won't last long. Balaji Oki versus Manuel Sosa. Now, Balaji Oki's a weird one. Balaji Oki's a weird one because I want to believe in him. I want to believe in him. And I know this could be irresponsible for me, but I kind of want to pick him as an underdog. Now, he just got knocked out by Mason Jones. But I rate Mason Jones very highly. I think this guy's going to be ranked talent. He's a dog, fun, entertaining in every fight. Now, let me stop glazing Mason Jones. Let me get back to this fight. Balaji Oki isn't that bad on the feet. And I think he has the range advantage here. 3 inches. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think he's going to be able to use that. Hopefully. Hopefully he's not just swinging. But I think he's going to catch Manuel Sosa. I don't think Sosa moves his head very well. And I think Balaji Oki has enough power in his hands to really stumble him. So I'm going to go Balaji Oki by second round TKO. I think he's going to drop him and finish off with ground and pound. I think Manuel, it might be like an early stoppage situation where Manuel Sosa grabs a leg or something and ref steps in. But that's what I see in my head. That's the vision I have right now. Moving up next, Chris Curtis versus Miktibek Oralbai. Man, if you were to ask me about this fight and it was the version of Chris Curtis 2 or 3 years ago, I'd say Chris Curtis. I would. But I think at welterweight, Miktibek Oralbai is a new man. We just saw him flatline Jack Hermanson. And Chris Curtis, he's looked a little slow in his last few fights. He has. He hasn't looked bad, but he's looked a little slow. And I think Miktibek Oralbai is going to be able to get a decision. I think he's going to hurt Chris Curtis throughout the fight. Maybe even get a finish. I think he's better on the ground. He might mix up the grappling as well. And this guy was the king of the dinosaurs, and we expect him to lose to Chris Curtis? Come on. Miktibek Oralbai by decision. Clear decision. Brad Tavares versus Eric Anders. Oh my goodness. Battle of the Unks. Um, these guys both suck in the Big 26. You feel me? I don't like Brad Tavares. What does he bring to the table anymore? He used to have a chin. That chin got cracked. His takedown defense used to be amazing. He's gotten taken down in his past few fights. And Eric Anders, man, this guy's always been ass, but he's crazy athletic, and I think he could hurt Brad Tavares. So I'm gonna go with Eric Anders, and I'm going to go by decision. I don't think Brad Tavares really has the output anymore like he used to. I think he's a little bit tentative on the feet now, and I think Eric Anders is gonna be able to land like one or two big shots around and get the decision. I don't see this being an entertaining fight whatsoever. I just see a stinker from both guys here, and Eric Anders is gonna get the nod. Moving up next, Charles Johnson versus Bruno Silva. Now here's an interesting fight because I would be a lot more confident in picking Charles Johnson if he hadn't just got slept by Alex Perez. And very recently as well. This is a quick turnaround. He's replacing whose opponent? He's replacing Loner Kavanaugh's opponent, which is crazy because he just knocked out Loner Kavanagh, and now Loner Kavanagh is top 5 in the world after beating Brandon Moreno clearly. But yeah, Charles Johnson versus Bruno Silva. I don't know, man. I don't like Bruno Silva here, but Charles Johnson did just get knocked out, and Bruno Silva does have heavy hands. Nah, I'm going to stay with Charles Johnson. I think Charles Johnson's going to be able to find the chin in Bruno Silva because I keep forgetting Bruno Silva's chinny as well. Bruno Silva is pretty chinny, so I got Charles Johnson, round 2 knockout. I think he's going to catch him while Bruno Silva's backing up. He is crazy. He has a crazy build for this division. He's long as hell, and he has heavy hands. He's one of the few guys in this division who can actually finish people, and so is Bruno Silva. But Bruno Silva's a midget. So I got Charles Johnson here by TKO or KO in the second round. Vitor Petrino versus Steven Aspinall. Now, this is this is a battle of the true heavyweight physique. If I think Steven Aspinall is pretty good, and I don't think Vitor Petrino has a brain. I don't. And this is gonna be like if you were to look at both of these guys, we all know who we're choosing, right? But because I know each of them as fighters, I'm going with Steven Aspinall. I think the volume he's gonna put on Vitor Petrino is gonna be too much. I don't think Vitor Petrino's cardio and gas tank is gonna be able to hold up at a high pace for 3 rounds. And I think Steven Aspinall might get a TKO in the third round. I think the pace is really going to wear on Vitor Petrino. He could catch him. Vitor Petrino could catch him in the first or second round, but I think his power is overrated, to be honest. And he's really only looked good against cans, and he hasn't even looked that good. I mean, this guy jumped to Anthony Smith's arms and gave up. I'm not picking you in a fight. I got Steven Aspinall by cardio maxing. Moving up on the main card, Lahiki versus Harry Hardwick. Now this sucks for Harry Hardwick. Tough pull in his debut on short notice. Man, that was sad to watch, and this is going to be even worse. If you guys haven't seen Rahiki's fight on the Contender Series to get into the UFC, it's one of the greatest Contender Series fights I've ever seen. It was insane. This guy looked incredible. He has the grit. He has the striking. He has the flashiness. He has everything to become a star in this division. If he can work on his defense a little bit, he's going to be amazing, man. This guy is one of my favorite up-and-coming prospects, and I think he's going to put an absolute beating on Harry Hardwick. Yeah, look out for this guy. I'm going to go with a round 2 KO by Rahiki. Man, this guy's exciting. Moving up, Andre Fili versus Jose Miguel Delgado. I'm going to go with Jose Delgado. This guy's a demon on the feet. He did lose his last fight against Nathaniel Wood, but he arguably could have won that fight, and he looked incredible in those first 2 rounds. Dropping Nathaniel Wood as well, who I believe is a tough out. So I'm gonna go with Jose Delgado by first round knockout. Andre Fili's chin is gone. He's still good on the feet, and he can still knock out these guys who don't have ranking potential. But Jose Delgado definitely will enter the rankings eventually. So yeah, man, I got high hopes for this guy in the future. Knockout round 1. I also just think he's too fast for Andre Fili. Like I think he's gonna dart in with maybe a straight right and catch him and put him out. That's what I'm seeing right now. Andre Fili's defense, it hasn't been all there for his entire career. It's not gonna just magically appear now. So yeah, Jose Delgado gets it done. Moving up, Ion Cutelaba versus Umar Sy. Umar Sy didn't look great against Alonzo Menifield at all. And Ion Cutelaba is now ass. I used to think this guy was pretty good. But he's just not. He's been going 50-50 for his entire career pretty much. And Umar Sy, he has the athleticism. He has a great build for this light heavyweight division. Pause. But I think he's gonna get it done. I think he's gonna be able to knock out Ion Cutelaba. I think Cutelaba probably has the worst defense in the light heavyweight division. I mean, this guy's a glass cannon, and his cannon's kind of rusted. If you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think first or second round TKO from Umar Sy. I think Ion Cutelaba is too hittable, and that the athletic ability and the weapons of Umar Sy is gonna be way too much. So yeah, Umar Sy first or second round. I'll go first round TKO. Amanda Lemos versus Jillian Robertson. I'm actually gonna go with Jillian Robertson by submission. If you were to ask me about this question about the version of Amanda Lemos like 2 years ago when she was fighting Zhang Wei Li, I'm going with Amanda Lemos to knock out Jillian Robertson. But Jillian Robertson's submission game has improved by leaps and bounds. She won a submission grappling match against Rose Namajunas, which I know isn't saying much because it's a striker, but Rose is not a bad grappler either, and you don't just forget how to grapple. Amanda Lemos is old now. Her takedown defense has never been great. We saw her get arm triangled on the feet. Like that's really all I needed to say. Jessica Andrade arm triangled her on the feet. What? So yeah, I'm going with Jillian Robertson by submission. And I'm gonna say round 2. Round two submission. I think really the first dominant position she gets, it's over. Moving on to the main event. We ran through this card, but this is what I'm here to talk about. Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vallejos. If we saw a damn near prime Josh Emmett get the shit beat out of him against Ilia Topuria. Now, I know it's Ilia Topuria. But this is like Walmart Ilia Topuria. And if Ilia Topuria could do that to Josh Emmett, Kevin Vallejos against an older, washed Josh Emmett is going to be able to knock him out. Josh Emmett, he still kind of has a chin, but I don't know, man. I don't believe in Josh Emmett anymore. It's like you lose so many times, and that chance of you hitting that right hand, it's like I'm not going to believe in that anymore. And Kevin Vallejos also has a brick for a head. I think he's going to look really good, man. I think it's going to be like a coming out party for Kevin Vallejos. I think he's going to be able to slip the big meaty hooks of Josh Emmett and land some nice hooks of his own, put Josh Emmett down, and finish the fight. I think he's going to do what Ilia Topuria couldn't do and finish Josh Emmett. I'm going to say he finishes Josh Emmett in the 3rd round or early in the 4th by TKO. Kevin Vallejos is good, man. Kevin Vallejos could really be something in this division, and I think this is his way to enter these top matchups, these top fights that featherweight has in store. And featherweight is really open right now. I know we have Movzar versus Lerone Murphy for the number 1 contender fight, but once Volk is gone, like Kevin Vallejos can just cruise right through there. All he really has to worry about, Diego Lopez. I mean, okay, there's a few guys he has to worry about, but like entering the top 5, there's a path for him. You feel me? Like one fight after this, he's there. So I got Kevin Vallejos destroying Josh Emmett, masterclass performance. And those are my predictions for UFC Fight Night Emmet versus Vallejos. Kevin Vallejos, your time is here.